Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel, and we have a guest who's here every Christmas, because that's when she visits us, my daughter, Chloe Mandel.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
Wave.
Hi,
Others
I'm
going to make
Chloe.
faces.
Chloe drops in this time every year, and we're always happy to have her on the show.
And she's been on our show since 1993.
Really?
Don't you remember?
When it was under development,
Our previous show together.
Yes.
Yeah, Chloe would pop up from time to time on that
like
show.
pop up in a lowrider.
In a lowrider. And she'd also, I think one Christmas in the old days, she interviewed kids on the Mesilla Valley Mall.
That's true. I remember that.
She asked questions.
Thanks for giving me my big break, guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
you could have done it
you
without
have to get
us.
started. Yep.
Now,
you're in LA, so that's
yes, and this is our holiday Christmas show. Mm-hmm. That rolls around every year
yes.
too.
And it's time to thank the people who we know watch the show. So
Can we really be sure?
yes, because they always write nasty things to me and Facebook. But they're not nasty, but they help out. So Violet and Ron, thank you for watching, as well as Donald from Albany. We don't want to say their last name so that you can...
Donald from Albany, he must watch on Facebook. YouTube
Yeah,
or
he
Facebook.
does. Well, they all watch on
Online.
YouTube.
Also, my friend Justin loves this show.
Yeah, he
He's
just
gonna
saw it,
make-
didn't he?
What's the matter with him?
I don't know. I'll make this shout out so that he actually does your intro song, like he
good.
said he was going to do.
Karen Correa usually watches half of it. And Ellie Hess, not Hess, can't say her name. Ellie watches it because she was the person who said she actually likes sidecars.
Oh.
That was from last show.
Well, speaking of sidecars, look what we have in front of us now.
I know,
Look
it's
at
great.
this array of gin.
And, we frequently go to gin on the show. If you've watched the show before, you know we're crazy about food and drink, primarily drink. And so this week, we're doing Christmas festive gin drinks, aren't
Yes, these are different gins. These are kind of
Gins
different
I've never
flavors.
heard of before.
Yeah. We'd go to pot on the show, but we don't have medical licenses.
It won't be long, though.
Yes, it'll be. Oh, you're planning on it? This is one that our friend, Rosa watches the show all the time also. She and her husband, Bob, introduced us to Ruta Gin.
Ruta. Was it made from Ruta?
Oh, man, it smells great. No, it's a Dutch gin, excuse me.
Oh, Dutch.
It's Dutch.
Ruta.
Oh, I can smell it.
It's really, I'm giving little
Fragrant.
bits.
Thank you. You don't drink, do you?
Yeah.
I do.
This is her,
From time to
her
time.
start.
You call this drinking?
This is sipping. I got to drive, so I better drink the most.
So we're drinking it straight. It is chilled, though, slightly, isn't it?
Well, I kept it chilled, so we don't have to ice it up and I don't have to shake it. This is 43% alcohol, and it's made in whatever country is called Dutch, which is Holland.
Holland or the Netherlands?
Holland,
Where do you get that kind of gin, Michael?
well, I believe this is at Toucan.
Okay. That's probably the only place in town you'd find it.
Salud.
Down the hatch. Here's the Santa.
Wow.
I could drink that straight.
It's so mellow.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah, don't choke. Don't choke.
No. That just clears
This is
away.
it's got a very slightly herbal. This would be good in food. It'd be a,
Right down the hatch.
can't taste it down
We've got
the
two
hatch.
more to get to,
We do. So fill in with choking.
That's gonna be my alcohol face.
I was thinking of doing this with vermouth.
Yes.
But that would take.
Why dilute it?
If we're still talking by the break, we'll do
course we will.
martinis. Maybe. We'll see.
Ruta.
But it's a solid looking bottle. It's got a solid flavor.
That's what you look for when you buy a gin.
Yeah, you look at the bottles. That's how you do it.
Beautiful.
I'll knock this back.
All right, what's the name of this one? Eden Mill. I've never heard of that gin, Michael.
Tom Levy found this. Oh, I guess I said his name.
Made in Dallas, Texas.
And yes,
No, this is made in Dallas, Texas.
Wait,
What's
we're
that?
doing
Oh,
this
no,
all
this
at
one's
once?
Scotland.
What's happening, guys?
we're doing a tasting.
Don't we need to clear our palate?
Yeah, have a peanut.
Or talk about the news?
Okay, we could say something about the news. You want to say
We'll spread
something
this
more?
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I said, it's our Christmas show. Happy holidays to everybody watching. And hey, if you're not done with your Christmas shopping,
Too bad.
We can run over to the club store on Telshore. It's only been open a few months. Hardly anybody knows it's there. But thanks to
us,
Christmas
we keep
channel, we're getting the word out about the club store. And
What?
the club store outlet on North Telshore.
910 North Tail Shore. For those of you who went to Primetime Fitness, remember it, because most people did go to Primetime Fitness.
Are they
Yeah.
paying you for this?
And,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so stop in there.
Not paying us,
They've got
or
everything
you.
you're going to find at Target and some of the other stores, but at highly discounted items. And so drop in there, and I tell you what, once you've picked out your items, and you'll see that it's already marked down 10% for the holidays.
But
When you go up to the cash register and you ask for Santa, you get 15% off.
you don't get Santa.
And only viewers
You-
of this channel know that that's the case.
And those of you who like gefilte fish, Chris, our producer, told me that you can get a giant can of gefilte fish this big for like under $5 or under $6. That's outrageous. I'm going to go try that, because
gonna
that
get
way
it?
you can start eating it now. You'll still have gefilte fish left
Next
over
Christmas.
for Passover,
For Passover,
which is when
which
you're
is when you're
supposed
supposed
to
to
eat
eat
it. That's when
gefilte fish.
that's when Santa eats his gefilte
You can
fish.
eat your filter fish any time of the year.
Apparently, with club store shopping,
Yes,
You can have it every day if you like.
yeah.
With your
that's
ads.
where Santa gets his gefilte fish.
I-
Oh, you want a commercial?
We're gonna
Let's
show-
take a look at a
Got a
commercial.
special
And
gift
we're gonna-
for you.
we're
It's
gonna
the
try
secret
this.
of saving time and money. You won't find it under your tree. It's at the Club Store Outlet, the greatest Christmas store. As a way of saying thank you, Las Cruces, through the month of December, come in and take an additional 10% off the lowest price until Christmas Day. We have gifts for that special person at wholesale prices. Everything for that holiday party. Everything is brand new, overstocked from the big department stores. Shop at Club Store Outlet at 910 North South Shore. Best deal in town.
Santa Claus there.
Ask for him.
But if you ask for Santa, you get 15% off.
Whatever
of
they said is
everything,
wrong. Yes.
including those fire pits.
We're going to drink to that, and we're going to drink this. This is a Scottish gin. Scotland makes pretty good gins. This is the original Eden Mill St. Andrew's gin, which is hooked up to some sort of golf course. You know, Scotland's known for the invention of golf.
Seasons swigging. That's a completely different
Completely
gin,
different gin.
isn't it?
Totally different taste.
Yeah,
Not
it's-
as full.
It's fresher and not as harsh.
A little crisp though.
A little.
You like it?
Front.
This says it is.
What
has a
flavor is
bitter,
it?
Bitter citrus and berry.
There's something going
Very.
on there.
The taste
other
is
gins
only
don't
in the
have.
front.
It's still botanical, but there is a berry.
It's got that front of your
Flavor.
tongue flavor.
I like
That
it.
it stops at the tongue. Your
You like
your
it?
tongue. This
do
is
like
an
it.
all-encompassing one.
You wouldn't need vermouth with that. Just
Yeah, you would.
put it
Oh,
on
you
the
know what I
rocks.
found? We tried this at home. You do need something, and we put in, of all things, Aperol.
Oh,
Aperol
okay.
works very well for this because it balances out the slight bitterness it has.
I'd be happy to try
And
it.
I don't
that
know
way.
where they sell this, but my friend Lee says gin with Topo Chico is really good.
No.
Topo Chico mineral
Is that that
water.
guy from Ed
Mineral
Sullivan
water.
Show?
No.
That's Topo Gigio.
Topo
Gigio.
Chico has.
But the
To-
gin
Topo
isn't made
Chico-
with it. Don't you mix it with it?
No, you mix it. It's like
Okay.
it's
So you
like
can do it with
soda
any
gin.
gin.
Yeah, but I guess the reason it tastes good is because Topo Chico has a higher sodium content than
Can you
most
buy it in
mineral water.
stores?
You can buy it in stores. I just don't know if it's like if it
Google
is
it while you're
regional.
watching the show.
She lives in New Orleans, so she buys it in New Orleans. I don't
Good
know.
old Topo
where you-
Chico.
Topo Chico and gin
Okay.
as a refreshing summer treat.
Imbibement.
This tastes a little salty at the end, doesn't it? It's got
Salty,
a little,
huh?
Yeah.
I'll have to have a second just to be sure about that.
Well, we'll do
But
a
here's the
second
third-
later.
Here's the third.
We'll
gin.
do the third. We'll
It's called
pour this.
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Okay.
That's how we do it here.
This is it. I mean,
Polly.
you can't
I
like
haven't
you're not going to
finished
remember.
yet.
Get used to it.
Oh,
I hope I don't.
is that what
remember.
Don't worry. You'll have your own copy to remember.
so we've had gin tastings at Rosa and Bob's house, and we do 18.
18 different gins? Mm-hmm. Who knew there were that many gins?
There are
At the
even
end of
more.
18, you forget that there were.
There
So you
are.
got to start over.
And Michael has every one
Do you
of them.
cleanse your palate between tasting, or do you just go for
Constantly,
it?
constantly.
How do you cleanse your
Well, you
palate?
eat with
Well, we have-
cheese or something.
We have peanuts that we can use.
What else is going on,
There-
guys?
we have water. I'll have some water.
Yeah, you could drink water. And once you're done, because so this one, somebody in one of the salespeople in Total
Ooh.
Wines in Albuquerque said, "This is my favorite. I love this
This
one."
has a completely
She
different
does.
aroma.
I haven't gotten that one yet.
This is like
Sniff it.
total fruit and total like lavender.
Yes.
I think she does this with tonic
Wow.
water.
That's not even gin. Michael. It tastes like...
It's like candy, right? A little candy leash?
Yeah, it's very sweet. What do you think, Chloe?
I haven't tried it yet. I just finished the
Wow,
last.
it's straight
one.
candy.
Well, get with it, girl.
Are you ready for candy? Are you old enough for candy?
This is like dessert, so...
Yeah.
It's going to be a good thing.
I mean, that's why choosing the gins is fun.
It's all part of being an adult. Yeah.
This adult is starting to fall over.
No, she's good.
Did you taste this?
I
I did.
haven't tasted it.
You'll
yet.
see, it's not like gin at all.
I know it's. You know what? I was going to bring
Ooh,
Nolette.
Oh, it is so
I was
pretty.
gonna-
fragrance.
Do you remember we
Lot of
once had
fragrance.
Nolette gin? Nolette has a candy-like flavor, but it's a little more subtle than this one.
Yeah, this is not as subtle,
No,
that's
this
for
isn't
sure.
subtle. This is like somebody soaking their gin in Jolly Ranchers.
Whoa.
You could easily drink too much of that.
And this one's from Dallas, right?
Yeah, that's the Dallas, Texas gin.
What do they say this is about?
That's
Artisan
It's a
greenhouse.
surprise.
It's about to knock your socks off.
Beautiful label.
Yeah.
It is a curious
It's-
blend of earthy ingredients
It's floral
With surprises.
ingredients. It's
with a
pretty
little
floral.
something extra.
Yeah,
It
sure
sounds
is.
like a dragonfly's heart.
So that's
which is very
interesting.
tasty.
Did you get that in two cans also?
Full of secrets.
No, this one was Total Wines.
Oh, Total Wines. in
As my
Albuquerque.
as I said, the woman there said this is her favorite gin. She just mixes it with tonic water, not tonic water, but
Club
tonic
soda?
water. And gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic.
This would be good at gin and tonic because tonic is a little
Classic.
bitter, and this is very
Well,
sweet.
tonic's already sweet, though, you know. It's got that sweet
That's
tonic.
I'm going to hold off on
Well,
that
we'll think
for a
about this.
moment. So-
Okay, we'll hear about more of that because we.
Yeah. Now,
What
you
are we
know,
on?
in you know,
Club store, we're done with that.
the holidays are upon us. And it's,
They're
the holiday is
upon you.
upon us, and the first thing is to talk about is the fact that Las Cruces is
Didn't we
officially
discuss it?
a town welcome to all. Did we already talk about that?
We talked about it before the cameras were rolling.
Yeah,
did.
but we didn't talk about it. But hopefully you heard us before the cameras.
We're
were on.
officially so it's not a sanctuary.
Cruces.
It's not a sanctuary town
Welcomes you.
because that would keep us from getting federal
Federal
funding
funds.
in the current environment. But it is officially welcome to all.
A number of cities around America are friendly like that.
Yes.
Chicago, perhaps New York, and Los Angeles.
San Francisco.
Los Angeles is
San Francisco's friendly to everybody.
Yes.
And so
Well-
are we.
Bienvenidos, todos.
Yes.
Come on in. And the sheriff's office.
Now it's not your
is-
fault.
You
It's
might
not.
get rounded up in the street.
It's
but-
not our fault if you get arrested by ICE and taken away. But until that happens, you're welcome here.
Yeah.
Stay away from ice,
Yes. Now,
especially in the winter.
but what that also means is that the police department doesn't go around doing
Checks.
the
They're not allowed
government's
to
jobs.
ask you things. No, they
that's
don't.
right. That's the Border Patrol's job. That's ICE's job. But it's not the city
they
police's
can't
job
stop you for having a taillight.
or the
working.
or the sheriff's office job.
So the sheriff's office sometimes overruns its job. There is an undersheriff?
Well, the undersheriff
Got stuck for harassment.
now he's being
which everybody
charged
is getting stuck
with
for now.
harassment. It's
Oh.
going around these days.
No, it's always going around.
It's always gone
but
around. Now
it's-
people are getting called out
Now it
for
has
it.
its own
That's
hashtag. Once you get your own hashtag, that's,
So
that's fame.
he's under fire for that. He may or may not lose his job. I'm sure he's not the only one working for the county who has the same problem.
or around the country in general.
Remember-
Comedians,
remember
House
No-
Representatives,
remember Nookie
senators.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, Nookie Gonzalez.
He got caught with the same charges.
But in all of these situations, it's a situation of assertion of power. People want to talk about harassment in terms of sex.
Sexuality.
But
It's dominance,
It's
isn't
not.
it?
It's power. It's assertion of power over other people. And I think because it's spanning so many jobs and
professions.
sectors, professions, that it's important to realize what power does. And
yes, and it happens.
So-
It happens so much in the workplace too, where it is totally unacceptable.
Well, that kind of makes it harassment. I
That's
mean,
what
there
makes
are
it
people
harassment.
who flirt. Flirting
Flirting's
isn't
one thing.
necessarily harassment.
no,
No.
but when it crosses
it-
a certain line, and it's
When you're
different for
using
everybody.
your super whatever position you have in the hierarchy,
well, position, yeah,
And especially, I mean,
Position of power.
it's good that under sheriffs are getting called out for it, because cops are in the most if you're in a
can be
position of
powerful.
power where you can arrest somebody, when you say that if somebody isn't going to comply with what you tell them, that they're
They can
going
go to
be
jail.
arrested, then there's so many cases of women getting taken advantage of in those situations. It's disgusting.
so it's good that everybody gets on an even plane. you're not above the law for doing
being
certain
the
things.
law. You can't be, even if you're the law, you can't be above the law.
Yeah, the law is made by people, but if you're carrying out the law, you could overstep your limits.
And around
they
here,
do.
yeah, they
They
get away.
do.
They get away with all
They get
kinds of
away with
things.
a lot.
But when they get caught, they deserve what happens to them.
Speaking of that, we'll see what happens. Steve Pierce, what's
You know,
that?
well,
Is
you know,
moving from state rep to
Steve Pierce is the
to
U.S.
governor.
representative from District 2, and Michelle Lujan Grisham is U.S. representative from District 3 in New Mexico. They're both running for governor of New Mexico. She's a Democrat, he's a Republican.
and
Pick the woman.
Why is that?
well, first of all, we know what
You have
Steve
a-
Pierce is
you have
all
a
about.
bias. I-
Democrat.
Steve Pierce
Woman.
Actually,
constantly
I'm picking
sends
her
me.
too.
Steve Pierce sends me those robo notes, which he apologizes for not. He doesn't apologize for not agreeing with me, but he doesn't agree with what I've sent to him. So
Yeah, they're both running for governor of New Mexico. That election will be next year in November.
right, it starts now. All the talking
Yep.
starts
Who's
now.
the governor now?
Susana Martinez.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. She's had some pizza problems, or
Yeah. Yes.
Pizza
isn't
problems.
that what they were? Pizza party problems.
Yes, they were.
Pizza
actually.
harassment problems. You know.
They were throwing drinks
So
off the
next
balcony.
year,
Stuff
new
like that.
government.
We'll see
governor.
what happens. This is,
So let's take a break.
all right, we could
Because
use a break.
Chloe's been dominating the conversation the whole time.
I'm sorry.
And
And so
she hasn't had her greenhouse
that's right.
gin.
You like that drink?
What do you think?
Let's take a break. Let
We'll
her
take a
recover.
break.
We'll be right back after these words.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Friend, do you remember when it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank to expand a business, go on vacation, or buy a new car? Well, today, withdrawing your own cash has become a very risky business. According to the secret war, banks are now required to spy on us for the government and then report any suspicious or unusual behavior. I suggest you get the secret war free. Call the number on your screen or visit online.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Get free delivery, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers at no charge to you. We also have other pain-relieving braces available for shoulder, ankle, and your back. Call the number on your screen right now to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
We are back. This is Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel.
And I'm Chloe Mandel.
Hi,
Yes.
Chloe.
We're not married though.
I'm his daughter.
Yes.
Yes, we're all
I mean, if
somebody's.
people come into the show at the middle.
Were you gonna say-
have to-
We're all
have to
somebody's
explain
daughter.
it.
That's
Yes, you
We're all
are.
somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
Don't drag this out.
Oh my.
So do,
You know, you go to one drag show and suddenly you can't
Yes, we
stop
went to a
talking
drag
about
show
it.
last night. That's it. That's a big
it
experience
was
in my
so
life.
good.
Anyway, we'll get back to
Yeah.
drag.
You know-
We should have drag queens for candidates. You know, political.
Please.
Make it exciting.
Says
a
they
lot
don't.
more.
Why isn't there a separate drag government that controls things?
That would be great. That'd be
It'd be
fun.
fabulous.
Fabulous.
The city of drag.
Last week we talked about the fact that the candidates for House District 33 in New Mexico.
This is Bill McCamley's
Bill McCamley
seat.
is leaving the seat, so
He's been in there for
he
at
can get
least 4 years.
Yeah, now he
He's
wants a
been
job
there.
that actually pays money.
Yeah,
And
the auditor,
so,
which
last
pays
week-
money. You don't have to just take
Right.
it.
Last week we announced the second candidate running for his seat. Today we're announcing the third Democratic candidate running for his seat, and her name, is Guinevere McMahon.
This is
Guinevere
like a
Mc-
game of musical chairs.
No, well, what happens, I've seen Bill McCamley at the gym.
Yes.
Now you know why people are running for his seat, because he really works out.
Yes, so we have 3 women Democrats running for his seat. So it's going to get interesting.
See, it should be, yes.
And
They'll
who
be
knows-
giving speeches.
Yes, and that doesn't count the Republicans that may want to run for that
And
seat.
since nobody pays attention to any of the policies or people's speeches, it'll be a mere fluke of who wins.
It better
Like,
be
who
a
knows the
beauty
most?
contest.
That's probably what it
Maybe
is.
they'll lip sync
That's
for
how
their
they'll do it.
life.
What?
Is that the drag queen?
Drag queen.
Oh
Drag
my
queen,
God! You
yeah.
got a one drag show. My
I know.
God!
Yeah. No, she's been to plenty of drag shows.
So what about this life expectancy?
Did you know that the life expectancy in the United States is down for the second year in a row?
I believe it.
But
Why?
that's
You know
also
why?
average. Why?
Well,
Why? People dying at a younger
drug
age.
overdoses, opioid deaths,
Getting them.
bring the curve down.
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe general
because
health,
it's
too.
but the opioid epidemic.
So if we got rid of West Virginia, we wouldn't have those statistics.
Kentucky.
And Kentucky, that whole
Doñana
area.
County?
That is so depressing. Those places.
It's that bad. It's that bad that the life expectancy curve is down because of drug overdose, prescription drug overdose mainly.
Which kind of means if you're not doing those type of drugs, your life expectancy is probably going up. If you take that out of the
comparison,
mix,
yeah.
your life expectancy is going up.
Now,
So that's looking on the happy side.
right, and did you know high school students in New Mexico?
No,
Well, there's
That's
a bill.
not true. I
there's
don't know them.
There's
Yes.
a bill in Santa Fe.
Bill
That's
23.
going to require high school students in New Mexico must apply for college to graduate.
yes. Nate Gentry,
Should we do that?
Republican in Albuquerque, he cites.
Does that make sense?
He cited one particular city in Texas that did it,
Yes.
and it did increase graduation rates, and it's kind of a threat. But if you don't get a degree because you don't want to go to
Yes.
college or take some post-grad stuff, like you can go to Doñana Community College.
go to trade school? Does
And
that
go to
count?
trade school. What if you want to go be a beautician? If you show that you want to go to
You go to
beautician school,
cosmetology school.
but if you don't do any of that, you're not allowed to graduate.
Well, what if you want to
Therefore-
go to? What if you want to graduate from high school and immediately go to work in your father's business?
Or you want to
You
be a
can't
waiter,
graduate?
or you're making a lot of money as a waiter. You don't have to go to school for a waiter.
No, or bartender, or bricklayer,
Well,
construction.
You go on America's Got Talent.
What it's going to
if you
do?
do that. That has to be your plan.
What's going to happen is you're going to have kids just applying for any damn school, knowing they're not going to get in, knowing
Yeah.
they never wanted to go anyway, and they're wasting a lot of time and effort.
And
Or they
money.
do get in and then they have to
Turn it down.
take out a bunch of loans
Yeah, and
and
then-
then
Right.
they're in debt the rest of their life.
Well, they're not required to go. I think they just
Oh,
have
okay.
to apply
There's
to
a
go.
deadline. Oh,
So
well, that's
unless
easy.
To
you're
graduate.
unless you're
That's a good
paying for their
exercise,
education,
I guess.
their continuing education, I don't think you can force them
Right.
to do
The
that.
state's not going to pay for the education, or the pay,
You have no right. It's like I
Some
think
schools-
once you graduate school, you should buy a car.
Do some schools have an entry fee just to apply?
Yes, they do. Even the NMSU, all of the state ones are at least $25.
So if the state's
the-
not going to pay that fee, then they have no right telling the students they have to do it.
That's going to be one of the things they have to discuss when they discuss the bill, because it's not passing yet.
No, it hasn't passed yet.
Because of all these caveats, it's sort of forcing people into it. Now, we force kids to go to school.
They have to go to school.
Yes.
But they don't have to
Which
finish.
is good.
They don't have to
They
graduate
have to go
from
to
high
public
school.
school that they don't have to pay for.
Right.
So
Right. We all pay for it. But they don't have to graduate high school. There's no rule that says they can't drop out in their second year of high school.
That's true.
But it's going to cause a lot of people to drop out if they know that
If they're not
they
gonna get a
can't
degree
get
later.
a GED
Yeah.
just for not signing or
Right.
applying to college.
They can always quit high school and get a GED.
That's so confusing.
Well, no, that sort of
No,
takes
it's
out the
saying that it's
GED because
taking
you
it
can't
out.
graduate.
You can't graduate if you don't
If
apply to
the
college.
if the law says that if you don't
Like
apply,
half of my-
you can't get a degree.
What if you're homeschooled?
Then you're up. You're up.
We're
you're
running
up
out
a
of
thing.
time, guys.
Oh no!
Let's
know.
say-
So downtown.
Wait, I want to
Al-
hear about the pecan theft.
Hey, downtown.
Sorry.
Downtown is looking up. Think businesses are moving into downtown. Next year, we're going to have 2 new businesses. Zia Comics is moving
What's that? A picture of a loser?
from Idaho Crossing. They're going to move downtown. And so is a new brewery and distillery, Little Toad Creek Brewery and Distillery.
They're
is
from
moving
Silver City,
downtown.
right?
They're from Silver City.
You can steal as many pecans as you want
You can?
if you don't get caught.
Well, yeah, but
Because pecan theft is up.
pecan theft is
Oh
up.
no!
And yeah, people can
Why are
lose
people stealing pecans?
because
I don't
they
know.
don't want to pay
I
for
have a
them.
thing of peanuts here. I better
Yeah,
hide them
and,
because people are going to be stealing peanuts.
So out of the
Thieves-
fields, like
Yes.
out of the pecan fields.
They go in
Well,
there
they're
at night.
Nobody's
There's
watching
so many
pecan
of them.
fields.
They can a farmer
Shovel
can lose
tons of them.
$20,000 worth of pecans in one night. So they're
Oh,
starting to hire
dang.
security guards.
There it
Yeah.
is.
They're liable. You're liable to get some buckshot in your butt if you go stealing pecans around here.
Yeah.
So, Las Cruces Film Festival, tickets are for sale already, right?
Yep, tickets are for sale. At
And
the,
you go there every year, right?
I do. I go every year. They had my film. They played my film there 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah. And so Las Cruces Film Festival, tickets are on sale now, and we'll be talking more about that. We'll have Ross Marks on next year as the festival is approaching.
Yes.
And so, but the tickets are on sale now. Avoid the rush; they might sell out. Also,
never know.
This weekend, the Farm and Ranch
Get your
Heritage
tickets.
Museum, they've got a cookie. Oh, we forgot about the Christmas
you
Eve in
jumped
Messiah.
the
I did
Christmas
jump.
Eve in Messiah.
Christmas Eve in Messiah this Sunday night, Christmas Eve. The luminarias will be in full display. You can actually go out there and even help them light them.
Beautiful.
You could.
It's a wonderful ambiance out there.
Tie your hair back though, because if you're lighting the luminarias and your
Whoosh.
hair, it's like very dangerous.
Exactly. Now,
Smell of burning
today,
hair.
Saturday, over at the Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum, they're having an old-fashioned cookie making demonstration. And
Oh, I thought you said they're making old fashions, which
well.
is a drink.
You'll have to drink that and then go see how they
Old-fashioned
make
cookies.
Mildly to
Santa
their
Claus will be there.
cookie-making.
Also,
Party.
today,
Today.
over at the Doñana County Government Center on Motel Boulevard, there will be a toy and clothing giveaway until 1 o'clock this afternoon. So if you got kids,
Which gives you an hour and a half.
you get some free toys, get some free clothing.
So can you bring toys there to donate, or it's
Yes.
going to be too late? Or you
I'm
can
sure if
stand
you-
there
I'm
and
sure if
put
you
them in the
showed
back of
off-
your car.
Showed up, you can give them toys and clothing items. And, well, it's going on right now.
So I want to talk about the Messiah luminarias.
Yes.
So what stars from Hollywood are going to be there?
Which luminaries?
That's, yeah.
Well, I'll be there.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
You're going to be signing autographs?
I hope not.
You'll be signing stolen
Double
pecan nuts? Let me just sign your nuts.
Listen, that's all the time we have for this show, our holiday show.
Over.
Chloe, thanks for joining us.
Thanks
thought it'd
for
be
having me.
a
Oh,
long,
it's good to have you.
tedious
You should
thing.
come in
It was
more
a-
often.
It's just a short,
Okay.
tedious thing.
Can
Here-
I can I
here's to our
phone it
favorite
in?
Jim.
No, like we do.
See you for our New Year's Eve show next week.
Sure, for our next New Year's Eve show.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk.
Choose your gin wisely. Which gin do you want? No.
Wait, I had a joke though.
Good,
I
you
don't
can tell
know.
it because he forgot that the show's over.
We're still
Keep
rolling.
going.
Oh
Keep
no,
going.
yeah, it was
Is it
just to be
dirty?
like
Do a
don't
quick
don't
joke.
be sad or that because sad backwards is das and das not good.
Oh, call that a joke?
It's not a joke.
Man.
I don't know. It was this gin. I thought it would be
Give
funny.
her 2 sips of gin.
Gin make you sin.